Hi, welcome back to Airsoft Action TV. I'm Tom Anvil Hibberd and I'm here with Ben Webb from ASG and we're going to talk all about the brand new Shadow 2. So Ben, what's so special about this pistol? Got loads of people really excited.
Well, it's the first new CZ licensed pistol we've put out in a little while, and follows a great track record that we've had with the P09 and the SP01 and the cool urban grey versions of those that went down pretty well as well. So this is based on the real Shadow 2.
Okay.
The real Shadow 2 is a kind of revisiting of the concept. The original Shadow is kind of an evolution of the CZ75, and with the Shadow 2 they took it back to the drawing board, took on board feedback from real world IPSC competition shooters.
So it's not a duty pistol or a combat pistol, it's a competition kind of race gun? There's a certain, it's like production division or...
Yeah, it is designed for target shooters and competition shooters. However, it's still got all of the same features that would make it applicable for like a duty or combat pistol. But it is designed with speed and accuracy in mind.
Which has got to help your normal shooter anyway on the airsoft field.
Yeah, I mean most shooting disciplines have recognised now that you learn from target shooting and speed shooting, competition shooting, and you can take away quite a lot from that.
Did you see a lot of the new weapons going into the US SOCOM? We've got a lot of free gun competition biases on them.
It's kind of starting to trickle through and kind of mutually pass back and forth.
So take me through some of the features.
Well, with the Shadow 2, the main difference between this and the SP01, the Shadow 1, is the recontoured grip. I mean, you can feel it straight away.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It fits into your hand.
Actually, for my hands, it's a really good grip angle. And it's very, and we'll show you some footage of it firing, it's very, very pointable.
You've got this like humpback design which forces the web of your hand really high, so you get that really nice high grip angle on it for recoil control. They've recontoured the trigger guard around the bottom and sides is a little bit slimmer, just to again promote a better grip.
So you get really high up into it. And so the CZ75 and the Shadow 2, because it's from the same family, are known for having a very low bore axis anyway. So the bore axis being the barrel is very close to where the grip is, so there's less muzzle flip. Not so important on an airsoft gun, but there still is some.
I mean, you can feel what's supposed to happen there, can't you?
Even on a 6mm, when you're pointing and firing, it stays much flatter in the hand than some other pistols I've shot.
I mean, as soon as you grab the gun, you go into that like natural grip. It promotes it itself.
Lovely feeling slide.
So that's one of the primary changes, the sort of shape of it. The slide's also a little bit wider and been redesigned.
The serrations are quite aggressive as well. So
it takes a lot of like common design traits from the Shadow 1. Like the grips and things are actually interchangeable between both models.
That's great.
So if you don't like this blue grip, which incidentally is exactly the same as the real gun that comes out of the factory, you can swap for a more tactical looking black grip.
So you go for black,
or any number of the
shiny
aftermarket
orange one.
There's different anodized grips and things like that. You've got the trigger, single action, double action trigger, again just like the real thing.
So your first shot pulls the hammer back, or you can fire off single action and then after you fired the first double action shot, obviously the slide recocks the hammer anyway. So you get a very nice light, crisp trigger pull.
I mean the trigger pull is really good. We did have a guy at IWA come over, pick the gun up and say, wow, the trigger is almost exactly the same as the real thing.
Okay, so the top of the slide's got this ribbing on. so that will help if there's any sunlight, stops glare on top of the pistol when you're trying to pick the sights up.
That's a feature that's come through from the SP01 as well. So you've got the standard style sights, your fibre optic front sight on there as well, which is pretty standard in this style gun. The adjustable rear sight as well, so you can actually notch that left and right to zero it. And then you've also got the elevation adjustment screw, which is...
So if someone's going to use this for action air or multi-gun, this is a production gun with all these features on. And depending on the category people are in, a lot of if you start modifying production guns, you can't use it, whereas this has all the kind of race gun features out of the box as well.
It's pretty fully featured as a pistol, and you don't. Yeah, that is the factory configuration. I'm no expert on the different divisions and things like that, but it certainly does go down well with those shooters. So, as an airsoft gun, internally, this has been refined over the SP01, the original launch of the SP01. So now we've got lots of nice fancy parts. I mean, we'll crack that one open if you want to have a look inside. It's quite easy to take down, just line the slots up, push the slide release out, and then you're into the insides of it. This is actually a pre-production prototype that we stole from HQ. So you'll notice some of the parts inside it aren't actually coated like they are in the finished gun. But you can see some really nice bits and pieces in here. So the recoil spring guide rod is actually a really nice stainless steel.
Oh wow, okay, yeah.
Sort of triple butted design.
Some random plastic thing like on.
No, and that's just like
several
the real
pistols
one.
I own.
That's just like the real one as well. So have a look in there. Pop that in. Pop that back. This one's also fitted with the aftermarket threaded barrel as well.
So that's an aftermarket piece.
Yeah, it comes with a non-threaded barrel.
So that's your standard.
Yeah, that's the standard one. So this threaded barrel is a little bit longer. You can fit a suppressor on there. It does actually accept Marui hop rubbers, which is cool. Marui spec hop rubbers.
Oh, okay, right. So there's loads of bits there already.
That said, I've been shooting my one and it can easily hop a 3.6 or a 4.3, and you're getting out to 50, 60 metres with that. So
not really.
Don't really.
If you really want to, you can, but for most people,
the hop is it's a really nice design with the hop as well. So the adjustment screw there sets it, and it doesn't creep, it doesn't wander. It's really solid. In the lower, we've got chrome plated trigger bars and sears. They're all hardened to resist wear, which is really nice. And even the slide stop has a screw set into it there, so it doesn't wear down.
Right, okay, that was a comment on some previous pistols, but that's great to see they've taken that on board,
That hardened screw goes in there, and that stops it. It's like an internal slide.
This all looks much more kind of solid and smooth and much better built than a lot of pistols I've seen.
Yeah, I mean...
and this is a metal lower as well, isn't it?
Yeah, all metal in this
just like the real one.
But they've done a really good job of replicating the pistol, and I hope it will last a good while in the hands of the users. So, great design. Really nicely
and here's Will Greenwood on camera. Hi, Will.
Are we recording?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Carry on.
Of a bit, the cool adjustable mag release. You actually can put it in 3 different positions.
That's awesome.
So it fits, so it finds your thumb, so you can release your mag easily. I mean, personally, I prefer to crank it right up, so it's right under your thumb. But some people might want to drop it down in a slightly different position. There's also an over travel limiter on the trigger as well, so the trigger kind of stops over travel.
The trigger's got a really nice short reset on it as well, so follow-up shots are really easy, particularly with the single action trigger on it. Single action hammer down, they're really nice crisp, and you can really feel the take up, and you can feel where the wall is in the trigger, and there's a really nice crisp let off and it resets. If you want a Garand thumb, ghost it would be.
No, there's some really nice features in the gun, and I'm really happy with it. I mean, it's really difficult to get it across, but just picking it up and holding it, kind of sells it. So the gun sells itself.
Well, I hope it does really well for you guys. It's a really nice piece.